Welcome back to Shanghai WGL Summer 2019. This is the winner bracket finals of the group stage. And we have seen 2 Chinese wins. This will not be the case here today, as Group C has 2 Koreans there. And the first one is the most legendary one of them all, the 5th race. Here's Moon,
who utterly dominated the last WGL. That was one crazy sight to behold. He was unchallenged in the last World Championship, getting the gold medal there without much trouble at all against Foggy in the final with a 4-1 there. Easy day in the office for him. Now things have changed. Things have become more difficult. The year so far belongs to TH. Moon got one big title as well in the H&W Masters, but nowhere near as dominant as he used to be.
Challenged now by a young and aspiring Korean talent, Chaemiko, being recently picked up by Clan winners twice here at the Gold Challenge and being eliminated in the group stage twice, but always pretty close. Once it was the lower bracket final in the round of 16 against Infi. That's no shame at all. And last time it was the 3rd place in the group with Colorful and Fly. Will he do better this time? His opening match was pretty promising in Group C with Moon and, of course, Fly and Hunter. So Chaemiko in general has a pretty good shot at the round of 8. His game yesterday looked pretty good.
It did, and that was one of his stronger matchups though, has to be said. And of course, this is expected to go Moon's way, but this is one of those matches we oftentimes talk about breakout performances. If Chaemiko wins this one, if he defeats Moon, the reigning world champion, and with that moves into the top 8, this is one of those games that can propel you to the next level, that can give you that boost that you've been desiring for so long.
Can you imagine the reaction of the fans in Korea if Chaemiko defeats Moon and throws him to the lower bracket? Oh boy, that's gonna be something over there. But you said it, Moon is the big favorite. There's no, we always try to make things as entertaining and hyped as possible, but there is this this best of 7 not too long ago, barely a month, that Moon won 7-0 with 7 different first heroes.
Yes.
The Tavern Challenge was real, and he's just so dominant. As I said, the world champion, indicated by this gold medal in the upper right, also the winner of the qualifiers for WGL Summer, and the champion of the H&W Masters. Moon's year is pretty damn good, and he wants to defend his championship, even though he knows it's not going to be as easy as it was in winter. Chaemiko, he has nothing to lose here. He had a good qualifier run with starting in the Pro Division, being relegated into the Open, but he was in a grand final of the April qualifier, showing that maybe some people are underestimating him. To be fair, he didn't face a human because his human mirror is abysmal, but against Night Elf, it should be fine. He defeated Foggy there and lost to Moon 1-3, but that's no shame. We have the picks and bans. Chaemiko getting rid of Twisted, of course, and Concealed Hills. Moon doesn't want to play on Last Refuge and Northern Isles, leaving us with Amazonia, Echo Isles, and Terrana Stand. At least 2 good Warden maps. Chaemiko picking TS for an expansion, possibly. Moon with Amazonia for a keeper play. But we start on Echo, and yeah, this could be a Warden right off the bat.
And Terrana Stand left in the pool. That is usually considered by far the best map for the humans. Fast expanding there, so easy. And not just that, but also Mountain King first, which has looked so scary.
We've seen this, we've been wondering about this yesterday in the game against Fly, where Chaemiko expanded and just crushed the former world champion from China. And now he can play there again. Chaemiko or TS was the home turf of WFZ. Maybe Chaemiko developing a little love for TS here as well. This match starts, the 3rd winner bracket final. Who will follow 1-2-0 and TH? Is it the 5th race, or is it Chaemiko? He has a new beard, and beards are a little bit in fashion here in Warcraft. Side showed it at the European WCG qualifiers. Maybe it's time for Chaemiko to show that as well. Moon in the upper left, in the red, Chaemiko in the blue, Inhuman in the upper right.
Echo Isles having Mercenary Camp, Access having pretty easy creep camps, a lot of them to take, and an early expansion makes this map very viable for different kinds of first heroes. Most of the time, it's going to be an Archmage for the human, and it used to be a keeper on the Night side, or is it Demon Hunter nowadays? We don't know. But here, there's lots of possibilities. It could be a neutral hero. It could be a Mountain King. It could be a Blood Mage. It could be an Archmage, of course. But it's not going to be a neutral hero. We know that much for certain. It's going to be a standard hero from the Altar of Elders. But it could be a Demon. Could be a Warden. I would be surprised by a keeper, though.
I definitely think it's a Warden. The Engine of Wards suggests it. Demon Hunter. Okay. Is it the mind games? Does he expect a Mountain King? And if he did, he was 100% right. The hard counter for the little dwarf is the Demon Hunter because of the improved mana burn that we get in 1.31. And the humans have shown how strong this Mountain King is, especially against Mass Huntress, if you can creep him up to level 3, which is absolutely possible here on Echo Isles. So, having a counter against the human, what does it indicate? Like, Moon is reacting to his opponent compared to before when he was playing whatever he wanted to force his game onto his opponent. This is already a little different.
Yeah. It's also, I like the opening though, it's safe against everything. Yes, it's the best against a Mountain King first, but it's also good against an AM first. And the Mercamp, it's a little greedy, but it is safe. Never ever is a human gonna run over on level 1 with a 0 experience. That just doesn't happen. Maybe there's gonna be a footy harassing, maybe there's gonna be a Shadow Priest harassing, but you can deal with that, you know? So this opening is safe. This is gonna be level 2 right away for the Demon, as well as some Mercenary support. No Lightning Shield, surprisingly. Did he try to go for one, or?
The creeps were pulled out. So I guess this mechanic doesn't work then, same as for the Rock Golem. I haven't seen this before, actually. Chaemiko losing a peasant to creeps. Not the greatest start. He got the Shadow Priest, that's fine. Pendant of Energy for the Demon Hunter, not too great, but level 2. Guaranteed. Shadow Priest also for him. Engine of War is not lost here as the aggro is switched, but yeah, playing to the fullest is Moon. Ooh, Pendant of Energy for the Mountain King. That's big.
For the second hero for the Night Elf is also not going to be too bad, especially if it should be a Panda.
Yes.
Who we've been seeing return more and more. If you play MK first, you kind of have to play 2 bases. We've been seeing 1 base human play become more and more popular, but you usually have to play that with an Archmage. Wisp already scouting for the expansion attempt, which should be coming in next. In fact, we have the Militia running south now, and the expansion for Chaemiko will be coming in.
Chaemiko scouting as well for a counter expansion. The Wisp is already coming with the Army of Moon. But there is a tech. This doesn't mean that he's not expanding. This is just, you know, the old meme. This is Night Elf. They can do everything at once. Which is kind of true, actually. But he will know. So both players with good information, which is absolutely what they need to be able to react in no time. And Moon versus Human on Echo Isles at Gold League tournaments has quite a bit of a history, especially the one against Chaemiko comes to mind, which ended in a draw. Hope we get a glimpse of that here.
Chaemiko got the Berserker here, which is actually a big deal. Moon would have loved to get that himself, but it was stolen away from the opponent right here. Footy is gonna pay with his life for this insolence of stealing the Berserker, but the Berserker's gonna be fine. Blade Master, Demon, excuse me, shouldn't have the damage to find the kill. MK at the shop, going for not the boots, rather the staff, with the staff now coming in towards that Berserker, and he has plenty of mana to use, and the Demon...
timing. What a timing by Chaemiko. The Demon Hunter wasn't level 3. He even gets the Wisp. So this expansion by Moon is delayed massively. Stormbolt cooldown should be off in a bit, and he finds the Demon Hunter, has to run away. No level 2 mana burn. Against the Mountain King with a Pendant of Energy now. Let it rain some hammers.
Yeah, awkward position now for the Demon Hunter. Like, where does he go? How does he get back? He would love to have the staff, but he's getting found.
But well, he gets level 3. Oh, bash! Ooh. Oh no! The Stormbolt should be ready soon. TP out or not? It must be a TP soon. Yes, he's waiting for the animation. And there we go. Dodges the bolt with a TP. But what an opening for Chaemiko. This was all not to be expected.
Yeah, the Creep Route is working out really well. Militia, of course, fast at creeping. You will level 3 before your opponent. And as long as you do have mana, you are scary. And I wonder, could have Moon perhaps crept this somehow a little bit faster? Not really, right? He decided not to go Ancient of War creeping down there, but rather tank with the Demon Hunter. This is how this all began. If the Ancient of War tanks the camp instead, the Demon is going to be full HP, and then he can continuously burn. But no, he was producing archers instead, which he kind of had to do because he didn't get the Berserker. But now the Demon's level 3. Now he's gonna have the level 2 mana burn. The MK now with the boots though, looking for the surround. Doesn't quite get it.
Rare mistake by Chaemiko, as we pointed out yesterday. He is one of the best with these early game surrounds. Oh, Breath of Fire, welcome to the game, my friend. Burning every single footman here, basically. And this is quite a few kills, or could be quite a few kills. But there's the block by Chaemiko that we mentioned before. Demon Hunter on the prowl now, though, trying to get some kills. Here's the first one. Panda, no boots, so Mountain King can run away easily. Expansion for Moon, almost done. Tech by Chaemiko, only starting now. So with the advantage of the tech, Moon should have the upper hand in this early mid-game. But Chaemiko, I guess it's fine with that. He has the levels that he needs. He has good inventory. His tech was maybe a little delayed due to the purchase of the staff, but it's still fine.
Macro there we saw at the expansion, perhaps leaving a bit to be desired for Chaemiko. Very few peasants there on lumber. That could punish him later on. It's kind of a classic human play to be low on lumber on Echo Isles, as it's so hard to have decent lumber income from the expansion. At the moment, it's okay. He's not really floating too much gold, and the tech is coming in. Panda, of course, a hero that wants to creep heavily, wants to get level 3. Before that, he isn't too impressive. Finding at the marketplace the Scroll of the Beast, which earlier on, before tier 3, can still have value.
Oh, bold again. He didn't purchase the town portal. This time he can't get out, and Moon is losing the first hero, surprisingly, and the creeps are helping a little with additional land snares as well. Chaemiko with a double kill and level 4.
Did he have a scout up there? Or was he just going there hoping to find his opponent?
Well, you can always snipe the Magi with the Stormbolt, so it's never bad to go there.
He bought a second Pendant of Energy, by the way. Mountain King is gonna have so many mana points this game. It's gonna be hard to burn that over and over. But yeah, finding the kill there was definitely fortunate, especially if there was no scout there, not quite sure. Expo now finally crept up, but the MK.
Push. Stormbolt on the Berserker, getting that kill as well. Footmen are of course disposable by now, so if you do this them, not the biggest of deals, as the Panda is not close to level 3 either. So yeah, he will be feeding a little, gets another kill. Chaemiko's on fire!
Dude.
Bring some water to help Moon.
He's got so much experience already. He's gonna be level 5 very soon.
Level 5 Mountain King dominates everything in this entire game on this patch. It doesn't really matter what you throw against him. There is no clap this time, which is usually considered the strongest spell, but the Stormbolts are so strong. Mana burn now, he still has the bash. Creeps are blocking a little, but he still has the staff, no disable on Moon's side, and the boots just walk this off.
Yeah. MK is super scary in the late game, one of the scariest heroes in the game. But Moon has the best answer to the MK. He's got the Demon Hunter, who kind of wants level 4 though for that additional tankiness. The Panda wants level 3. He still got a ways to go as far as creeping is concerned, and there's not that many camps left.
It's just a turtle.
Being pointed out here by the Observer, that's actually really smart. The Agent of War is eating up the trees down there. He's eating up the forest so that there's not this narrow little choke in which to engage can be a complete nightmare for Night Elves.
Especially against mortar teams with breakers in front. Or will Chaemiko go tier 3 later? We will see. Archmage second.
A player's forces are under attack.
Got a Pendant of Energy himself now. I like Moon's normal Dryad play here. Always scouting a little. They can't be Stormbolted. They are super fast. He will always get away with them. So these Dryads provide a lot of info and doing a little damage themselves. And Chaemiko has to take some time to gear up again, get this Mountain King back up on mana, to use the super strong Stormbolt. This is Archmage with Brilliance Aura though, so he does have more mana to work with in general, but this is all time for Moon to consolidate. The Expo is running, tier 3 will most likely be on the way. I mean, it is Moon, it is possible that he plays only Dryads, but Bears should be the normal thing.
If he plays Dryads though, he can't play a head-to-head fight game. He has to go for the run-by style, because the tier 2 army that Chaemiko will be amassing here very soon, as he just headed into upkeep, is gonna annihilate Dryads.
But is it only 2 production buildings? No. Yeah. Okay. Wait. It's only rifle casters. He's supply stack at the moment. I'm missing a workshop or a second sanctum. With an expansion, you usually have at least 3 production buildings.
A player's forces are under attack.
Can easily go into mass upgrades at least with that, but it doesn't even seem to be doing that right now. Moon finally continuing to creep over at the Gargantuan, but without an Ancient of War, it's not that easy either. And yeah,
These farms were expensive. Oh boy.
macro slipping there a little bit by Chaemiko. Supply stuck for a long time. It's level 3 for the Panda. If he solo creeps it, maybe, but seems like he wants the level 4 Demon as well.
He still has no TP, no staff. No staff of preservation or no staff of teleportation. It's still a risky play with the Demon Hunter solo. We're getting more tanky with the ring +4 now.
A player's forces are under attack.
There's only one green spot. The Observer's doing a fantastic job, by the way. I have to put that out once.
Absolutely. MK at the shop earlier. The heal scroll was stolen by the Night Elf, but actually that's already one on the Archmage. MK looking for the second one. As the AM continuing to creep up. Probably as Blizzard, right?
Yes, level 1 was Brilliance Aura, now should be Blizzard. I mean, it doesn't really matter what you pick against Masked Dryads, both useless, but the transition to Bears should be coming at some point, and then Blizzard is way better against that. Especially with the lack of AoE that he had without Clap.
Alright, the big push is coming in, boys. 70 supply, human push. That sounds like old school human style, but of course, MK first. That is not something we used to see in the past, but has been becoming more and more popular. Is Moon ready for this? He's 10 supply down, but he's got the supposedly better tier 3 tech.
Yeah, production just started, so the lores will take some time to produce this. Chaemiko is going for that choke in the south, but he will arrive there, and they, what the hell, man?
So
Deforestation.
This is so smart by Moon.
Where did I end up in Brazil? No towers able to block this. No mortars to be able to wreck this, these buildings. Moon is in a decent position, but it could still go Chaemiko's way. He's towering this up.
Moon went from 60 to 68 supply, means 2 more bears, means they're still stuck in production. Would love to have enough time to wait for them, but he doesn't have the time. Here we have the Blizzard. First mana burn came out, but still plenty of mana left to use on the Mountain King. The Whisper coming forward, looking for the detonates, but there's still plenty of mana on the human side. The Panda needs to be very careful. Reju coming in and not stolen.
Okay, but the first attempt didn't work. Moon defended this with losses, though. A lot of blocking stuff is gone. The illusions took some damage. The wisps are gone for the detonates. The Brilliance Aura is, of course, working. Is Moon going for a counterattack? No, he's not. 6 bears to defend this now. Panda is healed back up to the fullest. Blizzard rocking through, as is the Breath of Fire. Oh boy, that did some damage. He still has 2 heal scrolls to work with, has to use one of them soon. Blizzard again and again, but it's only level 1, waiting for the big upgrades. Looks like Chaemiko is chewing through this, slowly but steady though.
1 heal scroll still available. It's going to be a big one. Bears all starting to drop low. Have to be careful. So does the Demon. Going for the Invul there just to be safe. Mountain King, no mana anymore, but still bash, I guess, at least. Big heal scroll right there by Chaemiko. That was so much healing. Here comes the Stormbolt. Demon in trouble. There must be a stab on the second hero. There is. Has to use it on the Demon first. And Chaemiko forced into the TP out. Moon actually holds this with not many losses at all.
What a supply swing this is. Chaemiko got into this with 76 and now he was down to 65. Moon with a supply deficit going in and now 76 for him. What a defense, mostly due to this deforestation and the better position. Yeah. What a genius move. What a nice preparation for this push to come. Now we will see the Tome of Retraining on the Mountain King. Now it's clap heat clap time. And if the Archmage gets to level 3 and we get the AoE on the Mountain King, the next fight is going to be a lot harder for Moon. But the Panda got the heal scroll.
Yeah, only if the Demon's not in position though. Like, that's the big downside of Clap. You actually have to get very close. With Stormbolt, theoretically, you can stand in the back and still use the bolts. But with the Clap, that's probably not going to be doable. And we saw in that last engagement how good the Demon Hunter is against the MK. The Demon Hunter and the Ancient of War made that hold possible. Otherwise, this wasn't gonna happen. And still, it was very close. So many bears were so close to dying right there. And there was also the big engagement with 2 heal scrolls. After the TP away, Moon had the positioning. Moon got the next scroll. Moon was struggling earlier on in this game, quite heavily, but now he's in a strong position again.
Yeah, I agree. We have double staff now as well. And the Panda got the ring, so he is tanky too. The Demon Hunter, of course, always is, thanks to evasion. And Moon is again at the shop. Like, I am a broken record when it comes to this, but how important is shop control? Second heal scroll for him.
Yeah. In this matchup especially, when you are fighting against Blizzard or Clap or Breath of Fire, you want that AoE healing. You need that AoE healing.
I mean, Moon needs them as well. It's not that he's only taking it away from Chaemiko against Clap and Blizzard. You want that too. But I guess, especially the later the game goes, the Panda becomes stronger and stronger, and you really want those scrolls. Okay, but we have a couple of breakers now, but it's so hard to find a good spot for a fight now where you can't trap the bears somewhere so they can't reach the backline, or that there is a choke.
And for Chaemiko also, outside of the heroes, the damage is extremely limited. He has a few rifles, but that's it.
No more
Town
towns.
is under
Clap
siege.
and Blizzard, once it's level 2 Blizzard, oh, is it actually level 2 Blizzard?
Yeah.
Is strong, but only as long as you have mana. Only as long as you have the mana point, and the Demon Hunter can make that end pretty soon.
Wow.
If he's in a good position.
So
The
many
player's
militia.
forces are under attack.
But the duration is already over. Like, what's he doing with this?
Even if they're just peasants, could still be a decent blocker line in front of the rifles, perhaps. Could also be kind of free experience, though, for the Panda, who, however, is not really close to big level ups. Level 4 is nice and all, but doesn't make that much of a difference. Level 5 would be a game changer, but that is extremely far away.
So I guess Chaemiko is towering
Town is
up again,
under siege.
trying to create these chokes, so you can operate with a ranged army a little more. Fairy Dragons coming in against the priests and sorceresses. We have an Invis Mountain King, but Moon saw that. Blizzard in a weird position. Here comes the Clap, but only hitting 3 targets. That's laughable. He's still trying to go for the Demon Hunter, taking him out easy, but the Invul Potion was very nicely done. There is still like almost no mana on this Mountain King, and Chaemiko seemingly has no chance. Finally level 5, but what does it do if he has no spells to work with? That Clap was nice, but oh boy, TP last second.
Alright, gets level 5 now, but didn't we expect this level 5 much sooner?
Yep.
How fast was he level 4.5?
Yeah.
But after that, barely finding any kills at all. Of course, creeps have all been taken out a long time ago, so you can only get experience at this point by finding kills.
But
on your
finally,
opponent.
with that TP to his expansion, which was smart, he has the shorter way to the shop, and he finally gets the heal scroll. Moon didn't use one in the engagement, which is great for the favorite here. So holding on to that and using the Moonwells now to get his army back in full shape was important for the next fight that's to come. Chaemiko, by the way, lost like 12 to 14 supply in that last battle. Moon, not so much, so he was banking on like 1,000 gold.
Yep.
And I wouldn't be too surprised to see Chimera soon.
Lumber's a little bit of an issue for Moon. If it was higher, he would have much better upgrades, I imagine. But at 1-2 already is by no means bad, but not completely out of control. By the way, Chaemiko is going tier 3, but what can he really get with tier 3? Paladin, okay, it's kind of nice. Master training for the priests and sorcerers is kind of nice, but he's not going to have frag shards. He's not going to have griffins or whatever, so it's not like this is going to change the entire scope of this game.
Tier 3 coming. Those upgrades are going to be crazy. Will all bears have enough mana to morph? I think so. Another siege starts. Nice timing as Chaemiko just invested into the tier 3, and he's far away. No TP. Free damage for Moon in the base.
Once again, the smart play here by one of the players to realize, okay, you used your TP earlier. It's not that unlikely that you still don't have one, and now he's hitting the main and could easily roast these peasants instantly. Here comes the breath, and the peasants are already gone, basically.
3 out of 5 gone. The Clap okay this time, but no follow-up with the Blizzard as the Blizzard was casted somewhere else to keep the bears away from that front. And he has to use the spell so fast. He's going for the Panda though! And he kills him! The staff could be used there. And now the bears are walking into the Blizzard. Chaemiko with a massive start into this fight. 3 bears down.
Oh my
uses
God.
the potion now. It's getting more and more kills. The breakers are chasing, trying to block. That could be 3 more kills for the young Korean, and he's trapping the demon!
Oh my god, are you serious?
What a move by Chaemiko! Double kill for him, and more bears! These are about to be
Oh my
extinct!
God.
Both heroes down! Bears 2, 3, 4, 5 wrecked! And Moon is in a world of trouble now.
He could have even gotten another bear double buyback by Moon. Good thing he was so rich. In any kind of even game, this would have been the throw of this tournament and this game would be over. But Moon was so far ahead, it's still kind of okay. Maybe.
Moon has no lumber anymore to do, but he still has around 80 supply. Master upgrades coming for the Sorks, for Polymorph, Paladin as well. But Moon is starting to siege again, but so is Chaemiko. We have an all-out base race, and he killed a lot of bears, but there's still 4 of them with 2-3 upgrades. They wreck bases. Breakers, not so much. Again, the lack of mortars is hurting Chaemiko hard, but he has Blizzard. That makes up for it. Basically impossible to repair, because if he tries to, the Wisp will walk into the ice shards and it dies. Castle dying as well. Panda level 4 now. Paladin is out. Expo wrecked. Moon has no income, but still the backup of the tome, of the Tree of Eternity. Town portal in, town portal out. And Chaemiko holds the castle and gets another bear.
Ooh. All right, ladies and gents, this just became a very interesting game. Mains, by the way, almost expired. We were 21.5 minutes in, not really worth re-expanding down there. The Tree of Eternity will just be able to walk down there soon. And Moon is still kind of rich, 1.5k gold, not yet back up to 80.
He's getting the heal scroll. Chaemiko has 2, by the way.
Hey, was the shop earlier had the time there.
We're getting pretty close to one of your favorite screams in the game, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Could be time for Cosmodan soon.
Fighting into the Moonwells, though, could be a different story.
Will again an unexperienced player be bloodthirsty and walk into a position where it's not supposed to fight? We'll see. Stormbolt start clap with this. Demon Hunter down to 50%. Blizzard against the Bears, but the clap is missing. The Fairy Dragon's out of position here. They're not doing anything, but the Archmage is trapped, has to use the heal scroll. Panda coming in with a Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, burning a lot. Chaemiko has 1 more heal scroll, and this time the Holy Light to spam. Breakers are doing a good job in stealing that roar away from the Bears. 72 versus 79. Moon needs reinforcements. Breakers establishing a front line. There's still more mana for this Mountain King. Gets it.
But that was the last bit of mana. The burn comes in, and now the MK is dry. And maybe now the Bears can reign supreme in this fight, but it's hard to do. Breaker front line is very sturdy. Bears are getting slowed over and over. Moon finally making units again. He was sitting at 72 supply forever, seemingly considering what the best units might be.
Chaemiko with this getting shop control. So more heal scrolls for him, maybe even an invul. 2,000 gold remaining for Chaemiko, 5,200. He needs to mine as much gold as possible and kill that Tree of Eternity.
And dude, if he gets level 6, by the way, he's magic immune. He's not getting burned anymore.
Yep.
I think if he gets 6,
That's
he can't lose the fight.
Yeah, if he has, especially get level 6 and use the avatar before getting burned and having a mana potion.
Yeah.
That is mana potion there, by the way. Used immediately. And the clarity as well.
That mana pot was so much mana. Double pendant on the ground. Mana pot.
Can you explain the mechanic real quick before we go into the fight?
Yeah, the pendant of energy, of course, expands your mana pool, but if you drop the items on the ground, your mana pool becomes small again. Then you use the potion for a high percentage increase of your mana. Then you pick up the items from the ground, and with that, expand your entire mana pool. So the synergy between pendant of energy and mana pot is always outstanding.
We have a Staff of Sanctuary now, and 2 heal scrolls. Against 2 heal scrolls on Moon's side. Closest to a level 5 Demon Hunter as well. Love the Inner Fire Invis Mountain. And
Chaemiko in high upkeep.
will we see Polymorph? Could be a waste of mana. I don't even know if we have Sorks anymore. We must have. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, that's the thing about not having any mortar teams so late into the game. The Dryads are still valuable. They can still use their Dispels when otherwise against mortars they would just be dying super quick and be useless. And we do have 6 Dryads.
We are close to one of the first upsets of this tournament. How good. Oh, the reveal, so good. Mana burn right away. Invis dispelled as well. Ah, the ward. Okay, I see. The ward.
That was
Wait,
Chaemiko's ward.
it's Chaemiko's ward, yeah. Okay.
He had the mana, the Dust Reed there. Chaemiko, these Invis plays are really cool, but Moon is ready for them. Kind of ready for them. But Moon doesn't want to fight it. He wants to buy more time, but for what? Does he have more units coming? I don't think so.
I don't know. Can he break this? So, how good are the claps? Can he get the kills? He's trying to single target them for the level 6.
He's going for the counterattack.
Yeah, that's weird. The Tree of Eternity could just fall here now.
There's not really much reason for Chaemiko to defend his expansion. It's basically dry.
Yeah. He should kill the tree.
Yeah, why is he not killing the tree?
He wants to end this in style. 600 gold. That is never worth defending. Are we missing something?
Players' forces are
Kind
under
of
attack.
feels like it. I don't know. There's a TP, by the way, on Moon's side. And this is exactly what he wants. He's distracting. He's forcing Chaemiko back. He's pulling him back towards his own base. And then, once he's fed up with this, he can just TP out and hopefully not have lost too many of his bears. He's trying to go for this.
Storm bolted.
Oh,
but
again!
GP last
Oh,
second.
Jesus.
But okay, the expansion is down. And not too much killed on Moon's side. 37 supply.
All right, so there was 600 gold left in there. He traded for a TP and a bear. That's basically an even trade.
Oh, I think he could have gotten the game there. If he kills the Tree of Eternity. But he must be so sure to have it in him. Engines of War to defend.
Smart.
But
That's very smart.
he's finding them before long. Congo line. And Moon is still not willing to fight. He
A
does
player's
not have a
forces
town
are
portal.
under attack.
He cannot defend this.
Moon's just going for the counterattack. Gonna be level 5 here, which is good for the better mana burn.
He's
This-
gonna get the base and slaughter that base.
It looks like
But-
this is gonna turn into a base race, man. Like,
What's
all
better,
about building elimination.
Bears or Blizzard is the question.
And who can hide buildings and protect buildings better?
Town is
Well,
under
you can
siege.
ask Todd. Moon is pretty good at that.
Tree of Eternity here is tanking fairly well. This will be MK level 6,
Oh, he
by the
wants
way.
the wisp so Moon can't hide. Using so much on them. Stormbolt, slow. Can he still get them?
He has to detonate them. These are actually important detonates right here for Moon.
Tree of Eternity down. Moon, no income. Chaemiko is losing the tech. Okay. Will be revealed then. No main hall anymore, but that's level 6.
But I guess Moon doesn't want to fight anyways. This is going to be an all-out just base race game. The first base race in this whole tournament. It's going to be down to building elimination. Very rare to see in Warcraft 3.
Unbelievable that Chaemiko can challenge Moon to that degree. We're not really close to a level 6 Demon Hunter. He won't carry this.
Oh, by the way, there is a TP left on the Nile side, but he can't TP to any building. He doesn't have any trees.
Yep. That is absolutely correct.
How's he gonna flee?
I don't know. Maybe he's not.
Alright.
But he doesn't want to fight.
Running away now, but Stormbolt is gonna be in range here soon. He has the double staff.
Did Chaemiko hide some workers somewhere? It's kind of an
town
interesting
is under
question right now to
siege.
build some, maybe a farm or so. Oh, but the
What?
bear.
No, peasant, your life is
Nice
valuable.
to see the bear here defending at home.
Usually losing stranded peasants like that doesn't matter, but this game is different. These peasants do matter.
So if you don't have a main hall anymore and you use the staff of teleportation staffs to the altar, right?
Yes. Which is good.
Oh, Moon with the last second staff dodging the bolt.
Dryas don't do much damage against buildings, but they are magic immune, so they can't get storm bolted and focused out.
A player's
Very
Candy Bash.
weird position. Like,
Ooh,
how
there's
do
a
you play
flag.
this now?
I guess. Isn't there like a fight in the south? I think so. But Moon is getting away with a lot as it seems. Not losing to more.
Moon seems to be on the button, though.
Yeah,
He
Moon
seems
has
to be in
so
control.
much experience in these kind of situations. Chaemiko, he's only playing since 2016. How often did he play this on this high caliber tournaments?
And the way you want to do it is, you want to always be applying pressure to the opponent's buildings.
Will Chaemiko find it? It's nighttime. Oh, he finds it right away.
He has to be quick with the reactions, otherwise it's extremely expensive. Okay. Gets the cancel off. That was one of the last wisps.
Both are revealed.
A town is
Moon can
under
uproot
siege.
some buildings, Ancient of Lore, and eat his way into the trees. I'm so surprised he's not protecting his peasants. Does he still have some with the main army? I hope so.
A player's forces
You're always
are under
supposed to at
attack.
least have one peasant with your army so you can make a panic farm when your last building is falling. 30 minutes into this game.
Are we getting this fight now?
I don't think Moon can fight at all.
Me neither, but he's moving forward. And no Dryads
go!
here as well.
Cosmo
What's the
down,
sandwich?
baby!
Oh yeah, here we go. Avatar, one of the first ultimates. Once again, the Fairy Dragon's not in this fight. Panda's doing a good job with the Dragon. He's on fire! But but the Storm so sick! Heals him up, but there was a second last heal wave and much more mana to work with! Michael Flatley, ladies and gentlemen, stomping Moon into the ground, surrounding the Demon Hunter, staff out, but the Dryads are falling. The Panda is stunned and he walks out, but there is one more Storm Bolt and he will use it soon once the cooldown is off. Boom, hammer to the head, Panda to the ground.
And that looks like it's kind of it. Moon had the right idea, avoiding the fights for so long, but then decides to take one, surprisingly. And turns out, yes, Demon Hunter is very good against MK, but MK can still be the carry you need if you just get the ultimate.
And everything is so low. The Demon Hunter was out of the fight, didn't get much experience. Panda is gone, cannot be bought back most likely. What can Moon do? Still trying to base race this against Blizzard. This is close to level 3 Blizzard. This is doing a lot of damage to buildings.
Still a difficult position here for both these players.
town is under
What's the right
siege.
play now? Do I go building hunting? Do I go defending? I think for Moon it's pretty easy right now. He absolutely can't fight anymore. So he just has to try to eliminate the buildings.
Forces are under
Oh, if
attack.
only the Town Portal would be on the Demon Hunter, then he could sell it and get the Panda back, but unfortunately it's on the other way around. Or it's the other way around. Can the Demon Hunter...
Oh, the
surround! Can he fight out though? There's still Dryads, but there's a Paladin, no mana. Okay, Invo Potion trying to get some kills, but the Riflemen are putting basically the counter against everything here. Oh, how sweet! Chaemiko with the play.
That's it. That's it. This
Yeah.
Demon Hunter's dead. There's no saving him. The last hero dies for Moon, and the game is over. No more chance. And Chaemiko, with the first big upset, grabs the lead in this best of 3.
Oh boy, who would have thought? 26 years old only, and 25, sorry, and what a win on the biggest stage there is in Warcraft 3.
Moon coming so well back into that game. Didn't start off well at all for him. The expansion cancelled, delayed for so long, and seemed to be in a decent shape, fighting against level 5 MK, burning him over and over. But then decided to suddenly not take fights anymore, and allowed him to get level 6, and against level 6, well, there's no chance.
Also the Tome of Retraining. So good. The Mountain King control in general was so good by Chaemiko. Without Mortars, we were questioning this. We were questioning quite a few of his decisions, but yeah, he was right all along. And Moon, in the end, didn't stand a chance anymore. As soon as we had the Mountain King level 6, it was basically definitely over if Chaemiko doesn't make a big mistake, which he did not. He didn't break under the pressure of defeating the greatest player of all time. His countryman just played very solid in the end and brought this home.
Absolutely, very well done by Chaemiko. Very impressive. Not, you know, folding on the big stage, not showing the nerves. But I think Moon made quite the big mistake there. The first counterattack towards the expansion was very smart, buying more time for himself. But after that, you have the agent. Maybe I'm getting the timing mixed up. But anyways, he could have fought at 80 supply against an MK who was not level 6 yet. But he was sacrificing more and more of his bases, more and more of his wisp, and he did give that MK level 6 in the end. But without that, I think he could have been in a decent position. We were at an 80 versus 80 scenario for a while there with only level 5 MK. But I guess he thought he had the better chances with a counterattack rather than the defense. I'm not sure that was the right call, but of course the big throw in that game was losing the the Panda, excuse me, to the MK clap and Stormbolt combo. And how many bears followed there? He lost like 4 bears after the Panda and the Demon Hunter. He was in such control, was Moon in that game. He was not supposed to lose that at all. And uncharacteristic mistake, but also very good by Chaemiko. Making use of the spells, of the strong spells of the Mountain King, not expecting that burst damage there was the 9-0.
Yeah, that was really, really good controlled. Also, once again, just as yesterday, the heal scrolls, how well they were timed, using them to the max, getting in position. Okay, Moon, will he face the lower bracket? Well, he is facing the lower bracket. Will he drop into the lower bracket where he would potentially have a rematch with Hunter or get a classic match against Fly? Is the world champion struggling, or will this be his revenge? Moon versus Chaemiko on Moon's map. This is Amazonia. Moon 0, Chaemiko 1. Match points for the winners.
And this map always used to be a keeper map, is an outstanding keeper map, but keeper has become a lot less popular. He's not out of the meta. We see a healthy mix of Night Elf heroes once again. 1.30 was dominated and pretty much exclusively only Demon Hunter, Keeper, excuse me. Now we see Demon Hunter, we see Warden, we see Keeper, and sometimes we even see neutral heroes. That once again won't be the case here for Moon. Going for the altar right away. And I think it's going to be Keeper here. It's just such a good map for it.
Yeah.
Would be surprised to see the Demon instead.
It's the Keeper map. Chaemiko, like the human play here is pretty one-dimensional. The only question is expansion or not.
Yeah.
But Archmage is set in stone.
And if you do go expansion, it is scary. You won't be having to deal with the level 3 Keeper Harass, but it will be level 2 Keeper Harass. And Keeper it is indeed.
The hero that got him the World Championship. He's back in Moon's hands.
Against the AM. And in case you guys aren't aware, the reason why this is such a good Keeper map is because he gets level 3 very quickly. Level 3, Keeper early on, basically kills everything that runs into range. Maybe not heroes who can run away if they're fast enough or have high enough HP. But pretty much any unit that gets close dies to the level 3 Keeper. And he gets level 2 instantly with the first Ancient of War creep and the 2 first creep camps. And then moves just slightly into the middle, takes out the kobolds, takes out the murlocs, and boom! There you have level 3. The human can try to be aggressive against that, can try to keep that from happening by applying pressure early, but that comes at the cost of quite a few footman lives usually. So you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't if you're the human. If you don't harass, you're given level 3 for free. If you do harass, you lose units.
First person perspective of Moon. With the Ancient of War creep here, this will give him level 2 as Remo just said. Didn't deny anything just yet, and is pretty fast with this. He's pretty fast with everything. I mean, I remember like half a year ago here on Amazonia, his Dryad micro that left us all in awe.
That was
Would love to see that again.
When he was beating mass rifles with mass Dryads, and we were like, what? How? This is not supposed to happen. Going for an early Shadow Priest over here. With that, is going to have a quick answer to the first Water Elemental, should the human be aggressive against him. But Chaemiko so far just busy on his own side, getting the gloves and the gauntlets is okay.
Did Moon steal the Shadow Priest already, or is it just 3 wisps in the north?
He got the Shadow Priest.
Okay.
Oh, he's still attacking. Still laying the tech quite a bit. Shadow Priest plus 3 Moonwells into tech. That's going to be late.
Very uncharacteristically for Moon, who teched in the past on like 1 archer in some matchups.
Oh, the block from the Shadow Priest. That's nice. Saves the archer's life, potentially. Still trying to find the kill. Oh, nighttime.
Oh, nighttime. Can send something to the laboratory. Is it worth it? Apparently it is.
Blacksmith? I guess you have to put it somewhere.
But the footman falls in the process, and the Keeper is getting closer to 3. Moon finally tacking. Chaemiko should be on the way there as well. Experience-wise, Moon is slightly ahead. That's okay for now. It's rather surprising to not be closer to level 3 at this stage.
But the big strength of the level 3 Keeper also is the tier 2 timing with the Alchemist. This now is delayed because of that later tech. Is that worth it just for this one Shadow Priest? It doesn't seem like it to me. Shadow Priest is out of mana now.
He got a little healing and saves Moon Juice, but that's about it. Maybe he gets some kills on the Water Elementals, maybe that makes up for creeping so he can pressure a little more instead of creeping, but
Keeper not yet level 3, but extremely close to it. Moon wasn't playing it passively, creeping level 3 and then looking for the kills, but rather contesting the middle of the map earlier. Hunter's Hall coming now. That's late, right? Maybe. I guess the tech is late in the first place. So.
Yeah, tech is late. Oh, last hit maybe. Not getting it. Went to the Keeper. 1 more kill is level 3. Archmage dangerously close to this Keeper. Ooh, can't deny it.
That's the TP, right? Triple entangle.
I mean, he has boots.
He's pretty tanky as well with plus 5 strength, I guess. 600 HP or now 500 HP.
Is Moon giving him this Taskmaster? Yes. Just going for the economy.
Looks like he's expecting militia creep, maybe. at the green.
I like how Chaemiko... Yeah, he is. But there's nothing to get. I like how Chaemiko's creeping on the bottom right, the troll camp. Ooh, there's an opening. Hello, no tower.
Is it level 2 treants maybe?
We'll see at the next summon.
Seems like no, though. I think otherwise he would have summoned them already.
A little advantage of the Back to Warcraft overlay that has the skills ready.
No Arcane Tower in the main is a little greedy. That could be annoying later on. If the Keeper gets level 4, there's going to be treants coming into the main over and over. We have seen how much Moon likes to use/abuse that. And yeah, it's level 2 entangle. Now we get the confirmation. Getting another footy right there. Should be Alchemist time soon.
But it's not very dominant by Moon or anything. It doesn't feel like Chaemiko is nervous at any point. He's just playing solid, still having some good ideas, but never really precious, never really sweating.
Nice save on the Archer though as well.
Yep.
And those Archer saves do matter. We have a tree of life coming already. So not the one base Mountain Giant Rush, which was very popular at last WGL. We're gonna have typical Moon play, kind of. Expansion, Dryads, run by style.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised to see him on like tier 2 for a long time.
Panda second.
Yeah. Preparing for a longer game for sure.
Also good against the economy. Breach into the main and fry the militia. Chaemiko though, with good map presence, finds the creep jack over here. That's going to be at least one Archer falling. And the expansion creep delayed quite a lot.
I feel like Chaemiko has a better plan of the game plan of his opponent. Like, he was dodging the creep jack at the green Murloc spot by creeping the trolls in the bottom right. Now he's ready for the creep jack, and he prevents the creep with that. So Moon is using the Engine of War against the creeps, making freeing this up for the Tree of Life a lot harder. He's making good decisions and has nice timing so far.
And here we see the Panda being a lot weaker than the Alchemist. If there was an Alchemist right there, he could just Acid Bomb Entangle twice and with that either get a hero kill or force the TP, either of which would have been fine. But no, he went for the Panda, and with that, that is not possible. Solo creeping now for the Mountain King. That's going to be his level 2. And, whoa, nice inventory by the way. 900 HP already with that +8 strength.
Ultimate a little risky, but he can either walk away or... there's no mana anymore. Oh, slow from the Dryad hits him. Needs some help! The Breath of Fire almost grilled him.
And hopefully he doesn't misread the situation. The Keeper can have more mana here with that Wand of Mana Stealing. Currently on the Panda, but can of course be transferred. So the Expo is up now. Not yet mining. But Moon, he needs to get a few rounds of production in. Chaemiko also needs to wall off the main and tower up the main because Dryad run-bys are becoming very likely, but perhaps he's trying to finish this game sooner than that as Militia is storming north already and Chaemiko is trying to punch before this expansion is paid off and before there's a high number of Dryads.
Alrighty. This is a very unusual early tier 2 tower push, I guess. And Moon, is he prepared? I'm not too sure. Dispel coming, he's trying to flank the Militia and this additional Rifleman, but damage is done at the expansion. Turning around a little now and abandoning this. He wants this open fight in the middle, as long as the Panda's not through.
Dude, this is looking good for Chaemiko though.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like Moon is ready for this at all. More Dryads are coming though. Keeper still has good mana.
Dispel upgrade is done. He can get rid of the treants now. Archer out of position, killed immediately. But mana used, of course. Drunken Haze, Birth of Fire hits a lot, but that's what the heal scroll is for. Wand of Mana Stealing being used to try to get the Mountain King low, but the Stormbolt hits the Panda once again. The staff is on the Keeper and gets him out. But a Dryad kill in the process. Chaemiko is losing quite a bit, so does he have the time to kill the tree? Questionable, but he's getting towers up on the back of these skirmishes. I like that. Oh, and he prevented the, almost prevented the Entangled Gold Mine. Gets repaired though. Ooh, game is on a nice edge. Moon repositioning himself to catch reinforcements. Smart move.
Dragon Ace Breath of Fire combo, and now this heal scroll is gone, so he can't heal against it anymore. MK also out of mana, doesn't have the Stormbolt to threaten this Panda anymore, and Moon might be making the hold here just barely, just by the skin of his teeth. The Dryad Micro once again outstanding, as it of course always is from Moon, and the TP is forced for Chaemiko. That was scary as hell for Moon, but he holds.
Crazy fight by Moon. Really good decisions to try to flank Chaemiko there in the middle part of the map, doing some damage there, then repositioning, then repairing at the right time, so the Entangled Goat Mine is ready, and then making sure that no additional riflemen will join this army. 3 smart decisions and fast decisions by Moon that got him the win, and of course big breath of fire.
He's not out of the woods yet though. This cost a lot, this hold right here. The Moon Juice is completely dry. The Panda, he held this expansion kind of with his AoE damage once the heal scrolls were gone, but that cost all of the mana in the Moon Wells. He's gonna get level 3 here if he gets solo creep. The mana is looking good on him at the moment. Heal scroll as well for Moon. Same will be picked up by Chaemiko though. Extremely close now.
I wonder
to
if
level
Moon is
3
even
MK.
teching to tier 3. Because
No.
a lot of Dryads are low, so he can volley them, like 3 volleys are 3 kills basically, if he gets high damage rolls.
Yeah, Moon can't afford to tech. This is he can't spare these resources. He has to put everything into defense right now.
Breaking upkeep immediately.
Forces are under attack.
No AP or anything.
I think Moon should just run into the main now of Chaemiko. Go for the counterattack.
Yeah, it's once again then what we've seen a lot recently, like main base traded against expansion.
Already creeping the trolls, I don't think is the right idea by Moon. And now he's going for the red camp. Why is he not just going into the main? He's got the TP to evacuate. He's level 4-3 already. Creeping doesn't even do much for him. And now he has given Chaemiko enough time to hit the expansion again. If after the Merchant he had gone into the human main immediately, this push wouldn't be standing here right now.
Dryad Micro once again, so impressive how he saves them. But yeah, the push is coming and Moon is far away. Busy with the red spot even. He does have a TP. Oh no, sorry, not the red spot, but the other one there. Boots of Kalpalasa, alright. Town Portal in. It's 50% damage on the expansion. And as I said, the Dryads are hurt. Stormbolt again on the Panda. Entangled, Dispelled on this Berserker, Drunken Hate, Breath of Fire, but in the wrong direction.
What?
Dispelled as well. That was a big mistake.
Yeah. Now going for the Keeper. Stormbolt focused. Heal Scroll trying to save the first hero and will be surviving with that one as well.
But there's no TP, no invul, nothing. The Mountain King will get a kill sooner or later. Is it the Panda or the Keeper is the question. Oh, going for the Keeper to prevent the staff, but not following this up. Rifleman still kind of safe, and he's getting the kills in now.
Does he have enough Moon Juice once again to re-establish the mana for the heroes and with that save this expansion? It doesn't really look like it. It's already extremely hurt. The Whisper coming out, but they're getting sniped. And this tree is going to be falling, I believe. But can at least Moon take out a few units?
So be massive.
Moon has a big supply lead, more than 10 here, but it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, but there's a good choke now by Shop, and there's... Oh my god, he's losing that expansion. No additional income anymore, and there's a Shop up. The Mountain King can get additional mana with potions. Is in trouble.
He's got a lot of drives though. 1-1 upgraded also, pretty good. Panda almost level 4. More
Still
stats
no
for
TP,
him.
still no invul.
Yeah, it's scary.
Hero focus is an absolute possibility here for Chaemiko. Stormbolt, but no follow-up damage, I guess. He has more Stormbolts. Whoa, these Breath of Fire!
Oh.
Heal Scroll against it. Entangle on the Archmage. No TP on his side either. Who's gonna get the kill? Stormbolt to save this Archmage of the Dryad, making him so slow! Chaemiko, Breath of Fire again dodged, and the Archmage is safe, but on what cost? The army is trying to get away. Master Spell, and the Panda walking into no! Staff out.
AM there, not getting chased down. I thought he was going to be in trouble, but seems to be okay. The Dryad numbers are just a little bit too high. We have 4 rifles still left, but that doesn't seem to be quite enough. Or is it? Stormbolt, 1 more kill.
11 Dryads. Hoo hoo hoo. Chaemiko is not dying here.
And continuing to leave these straggling units behind. He has to keep his force together. If all the rifles are punching together, they are extremely powerful, but can't lose them one by one like that.
Again, Moon needs the heal scroll for this. Otherwise, it's mass experience for Chaemiko. But Chaemiko needs time. He bought a lot of time by killing this expansion. Otherwise, Moon would have had the victory by now. Of course, this all cost a little, but so worth it. I'm not sure Moon is re-expanding or not.
He does have the resources. Could pop it down right now. More rifles coming in. I think this is the 5th one now. Yep. Is good damage, but not completely insane yet. Once you get up to 10 rifles, then Dryads just keel over and die instantly. Only 1 attack upgrade, by the way, on
Yeah,
Chaemiko.
that's weird. Usually you always see 2.
He's probably gonna get it here very soon, though.
Moon for the red
A
spot.
player's forces are under
And
attack.
Chaemiko? Wait, he can't expand.
Level up for the MK on level 4 now.
Ooh,
With
big mana.
oh, it's gonna be a lot of storm bolts.
Yeah.
That's of course the thing about against the mass riots. The AM, his spells are completely useless. The aura is still pretty nice. Spells don't do anything. Panda 5 would be a massive level up. This camp is not enough for that.
Ooh, nice. More movement speed in combination with Dryads. That's such a nice synergy. Stormbolt catching the Panda off guard, but there's a staff and Invo Potion and Heal Scroll. Hero Focus is not that easy against Moon's army. Stormbolt again.
Expecting the tree here.
Yeah, but there's no.
Does he have the second attack upgrade now? He should
He
have
had a
started
defense
it.
upgrade queued. I don't think he has a second attack upgrade. Pretty sure he doesn't.
Yeah, sitting at 50 supply is basically the best time to go for upgrades.
But he's also so low on gold. Got a heal scroll now against the Panda. I think he needs a second one. But it's hard to get. This game is absolutely not over. Moon has a big supply lead
A player's
and
forces
good levels.
are under attack.
Really good series between these two here.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of one-sided games here, honestly, so far, but both games now neck and neck.
Chaemiko using the scout tower actually for scouting, and the Mountain King gets another heal scroll. Not being caught. Okay. Oh, getting closer to level 5.
The lone brigand. No mercy. Getting taken out there.
Second heal scroll on Moon's side as well.
65 supply. Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Dryads.
Chaemiko has to rely on hero kills, right? Otherwise, like, his heroes are otherwise useless. But the Stormbolt is not as powerful as he once was. Level 3 Brilliance Aura would be a great deal. Here, Bash comes in. This Panda will be out of the fight soon. Wow, that timing of the staff. Dodges the bullet.
But with the Panda gone, he doesn't want to engage into this fight, even with this massive supply advantage at this point.
Expo up again. He was expanding at the
A
left-hand
player's
side.
forces are under attack.
And now safely moving in. And this is
Town
what
is under
Moon
siege.
did in WGL Winter so many times. Treants into the base, wrecking this Expo. Or this gold mine.
Oh, Chaemiko thinking about his own expansion.
Yeah, he has 500 gold.
He's low on lumber, though.
Risky.
He can't power build this.
And the Wisp sees it immediately. Moon's getting ready to punch. Chaemiko's army is kind of widespread. The priests are not with this army. This is, I guess, a town portal.
Player's forces are under
Moon coming in now. And there's the TP forced. Nice Stormbolt. Prevents the Panda from using his spells.
This Mountain King is kind of underwhelming. He's not getting level 5, most likely in this entire game. He's not a real threat. He can't reach for the Keeper. And the Panda is too tanky.
Against the rifles, against the Dryads, I mean, heroes aren't going to be what does it. It's going to be rifles, but he just never got enough of them, and now the Panda is level 5. And that is so much more damage suddenly.
Chaemiko, is he like mining out this gold mine on no upkeep and then break into this? Captain America helm, nah. But more HP is good. I think that's what Chaemiko's doing, right? Wait until 22 minutes, but it's 3 minutes with an expansion running.
If he just goes for the all-in push, though, he's going to get counterattacked 100%.
Okay,
It's a really tough position for Chaemiko.
breaking upkeep now, but low lumber count, as you said.
Chaemiko could perhaps with that gold get up to 70, then he has a decent chance to fight, but Moon, if he's smart, he's not going to take a fight like that.
3 heal scrolls. Well, sometimes you're forced into those fights.
It's only Dryad. 18 Dryads!
Yep, and 4 heal scrolls against the Panda. What will prevail?
It's been a while since we saw the first combo. This is looking like a beautiful one. Boom! He actually hit the Dispel before the Breath of Fire hit. Wow!
So fast.
No Drunken Haze damage over time. Damn.
That was sick. Here comes the bash. Another bolt and maybe a surround with these militia. Gets in front, but the staff is always your friend.
Dude, that was sick. That's not hard to do. You have to anticipate the breath because the Dispel has a really long cast point, so you have to kind of know before when it's coming.
He's pushing this expansion. A 20-minute 60 supply push. Again with towers for the third time.
Moon can just counterattack. I think that's the safer play.
Well, is Moon known for safe plays? Still 4 heal scrolls. Still the big mana. Can he somehow get the heroes? Bash again. But maybe the Mountain King finds himself in the surround. No, Panda opens it up again. Level 5. This is way more mana now with the Brilliance Aura level 3 most likely. Panda needs to be staffed out. He has a double staff now to make sure the Keeper is safe as well. And Chaemiko is towering up the Expo again.
2 Dryads died right there, if I saw that correctly. MK still hurt. The Panda, excuse me, I mean. Mountain King. He has more mana to use.
Again.
Yeah. Didn't hit all of them in time, but a lot of them.
The first heal scroll only now. This fight is like a minute old. Usually the Panda burns you to the ground in like no time. And Moon is supply stuck. Can't go to 80. Oh, that's big for Chaemiko.
Now Moon is going for the counterattack, but now he has the positioning disadvantage. The opponent is already in his main.
Is the
He
main
realized
so
this too late.
important? Don't know if the main is too important actually. Moon is expanding in the north as well. Chaemiko kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. What can he do? Mains are expiring in 25 seconds. He wants to backstab Moon, but there's a TP. And the Expo is still safe. And the Tree of Eternity as a backup.
Yeah, this is the difficulty here for Chaemiko. There's only one place, like, there's one clear weakness for him, whereas Moon, he can afford to lose one of his bases, basically. But the human army arrives, and Moon is going to disengage once again. Going to evacuate and not lose any Dryads this time.
Chaemiko, can he even put an expansion up if he wanted to? I don't think so. Definitely has no lumber. This would take forever. Must go for an all-in. But even then, I think Moon is safe. He played this so smart.
Yeah, so for Chaemiko, another question is how can he put pressure on the expansion and at the same time keep the main base safe?
Yeah. And
Kind of like the last game.
he kind of also has to kill the Tree of Ages. Moon is taking to tier 3 now, by the way.
Yeah.
There is a TP on Chaemiko.
And smart play by Moon. There's only so many places the opposing army can be, so he's gonna put up expansions everywhere. He's gonna create threats everywhere. Chaemiko, if he finds a fight, he may win this fight, but I doubt Moon's gonna give him one.
Once again, Moon dodging fights against Chaemiko. That is interesting for sure. No repair. Boom, tree down. Moon is not mining at the moment. Neither is Chaemiko. Staff in now, but it must be an immediate counter TP by Moon. Oh, he's just running away. Okay. Mountain King is without the army.
That cannot have been intentional.
Nope.
That is pretty speedy.
Oh, the Dryads want to get him. Mountain King has no staff, and there's Entangle. Oh, he might not be in range. Boots are a blessing right now. It's night time. He's not seeing this Expo, or is he? He starts to mine there soon. But I guess Chaemiko will send some workers over, and then he knows.
And both players here are losing some things, like damage on buildings, buildings themselves, units. But the thing is, Moon can replace him. Moon still has income, or at least he's about to have it. Doesn't actually have any just yet.
Wow. Moon is distracting the army and attacking at the same time.
Yeah, smart play.
Yeah.
And here the Panda also is amazing. Here is where he's much better than the Alchemist. Going for the base race.
Yeah, Chaemiko has to fight with what he has, but
2 base races in a row. What the hell?
As I said, yeah, the Panda is really good at that. Oh boy, is he supply stuck forever or what? But okay.
He's got a double staff as well.
Yeah.
He can Preservation Staff out his first hero and then Tele Staff out after.
Tele is on cooldown. Ah, he has double Tele staff. Okay, he has quad staff basically.
Wait a minute, the Panda though.
He has a staff, but I guess needs a lucky bash or anything to prevent the staff.
I think he's gonna die. Uh-oh.
Wait a second, there's a lot of mana.
Uh-oh.
Can the Keeper arrive in time? He's close for the staff. He's almost in range. Stormball, is it off? Oh! He raised the arm for the animation already. But now the Keeper, can he do something there? Doesn't seem so. Chaemiko is trying everything to break Moon, but he just has the answers. Again, an expansion down. It's the third in this game.
This was a failed investment. This got no gold back for him at all.
But time. Chaemiko is stuck in the north, so he can expand in the south again.
Dryads once again towards the main.
Wait, he didn't walk over the Tree of Eternity, right? He built a new one?
Yes, I think so. Which means you could walk the tree up north, which is also not too bad.
Takes forever though. Step in. Still 3 heal scrolls against 1.
Stonebolt again.
Hero focus is the if this Mountain King gets level 5 somehow. Bash maybe. Oh, he gets the bash! More time for the Stormbolt. There we go. In full potion. Last second. Dragon Age Breath of Fire dispelled again. How can he get this Mountain King out? That's the carry for Chaemiko. But there's another breath. Will he dodge him once again? He did it twice. But I think, heal scroll. Stormbolt.
Oh
he
my God.
actually saves his MK. And the Keeper has to get out. But is the Panda in range?
Oh,
Now he is Stormbolt again. No way.
Look at the Dryad corpses. 4 Dryads right there. Basically died for nothing. Double-click TP brought him back to the Tree of Eternity, which was going north, which means he is not close to the Moonwells.
And again, he can kill his expansion in the south. Chaemiko is not losing anything. Moon is just trying to save his stuff. That's all he does. Now base race though. Can he break the main? Can he kill every building? Triple kill. Number of buildings is becoming important. Chaemiko has 3 workers, but they're gonna get wrecked by the Keeper of the Grove.
And again, no peasant with the army.
He has no gold
that's
anyway.
a big mistake.
He has no gold anyway, I
Yeah,
guess.
could have sell an item though for a farm. That
Yes.
could be the game changer.
He has no TP. He's trying to get the Mountain King back to force another... Oh, there's no TP to force a stab. He has to get the Panda. The Dryads and the Keeper, they don't do much damage. I mean, the Treants do.
Staff, where's the MK? Not in range, I guess.
No. He needs a couple of more
boy.
Dryads to
Oh
get
boy.
this level 3 Stormbolt. It's a whole different ball game then. And of course, keep his units and his buildings intact. The Expo in the south was not cancelled. He has another one in the upper left.
Dude, what a game.
An insane game. Moon is mining again from 2 gold mines. Sicko.
Moon Juice completely dry now, and it's a long time before night. So we have no more healing on these heroes for a while. But he has gold. He can go for potions, moonstones, whatever.
MK is so close to
Player's
5.
forces are under attack.
There's no invul this time. That helped him once.
Chaemiko can take out the Tree of Eternity up there. It's going to take a while.
We are equal supply. I can't believe that we're on equal supply.
Moon, of course, can't fight. This hasn't changed. Only hope earlier was the hero kill on the MK.
Okay,
but
reach.
that didn't work. Yeah, level 5. There we go. He's got it now.
Okay. How much mana was there? Did you check?
Wait a minute. The Keeper, can he get out? Invis, Invul, and Invis. Okay.
Can he dispel? Will he hit him?
Is under
Or
siege.
will he go to the lab? There's something at the lab, but he doesn't have the gold for the scan.
Yeah, he's too fast.
Oh boy. What a game. Archmage is getting close-ish to 6. That makes Chaemiko's life a lot easier.
That is absolutely true.
That game is not over. That game is far from over. Can he, with
So-
some bash? Oh, it's full mana.
So Neo, by the way, I heard this MK is kind of underwhelming this game. He was staffed back to the Tree of Eternity. That's in the north.
and
He's waiting there.
He's waiting there. So smart, Chaemiko. 250 IQ play. Panda will die in a second.
He's trying to repair him. That doesn't work.
Staff! No way. Level
He's
6 for
dead.
Chaemiko. I can't believe it.
That might be the 2-0 right there.
An unbelievable game by Chaemiko. This move was nothing but genius.
And what do the Dryads do now? Can he still eliminate the buildings? Honestly, there's not many buildings left
Nope.
for the human.
Oh, mass teleport.
Yeah, and now he has to run. Run. But he barely gets any damage into the main anymore. He's going to summon some more treants over here. But again, this is scary. The Telly staff's on cooldown.
Mass teleport can come in any second.
Town is
Must be
under
level 3 Brilliance Aura, right? I mean,
He's trying to go for a Zeppelin, but he doesn't have the money!
Oh! Moon and Zeppelin's eternal love.
He canceled the Panda for this, maybe?
No.
He canceled something.
Player's forces are under attack.
Chaemiko wins this.
Alright, how do you play this now? You have mass teleport. But how do you split your units?
Yeah.
He has the way stronger army. That isn't being disputed here. But how do you protect your base and kill buildings at the same time?
Master Bears are coming and we don't have Clap or Blizzard. And we got Reju with this as well. Oh, nice Dryad play by Moon once again. I feel like with these... does Moon have enough time with this?
Town is under
True of Eternity is buying him so much time even if he dies.
Second game also exceeding 30 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, almost a classic right here.
I want a third game, man. I don't know about you.
Moon is pushing again.
Alright, who's got the next 250 IQ
True of
play?
Eternity is down. Moon's so smart to go for Master Bears before the tree is killed.
Can't make any bears anymore, though. You need Tree of Ages for that.
Oh, that is correct. I only do Dryads. Okay, 2 bears. He can deal with the 2 bears with Stormbolt. That's no problem.
Yeah.
And Moon
Players'
will most likely
forces
not
are under
tech,
attack.
right? I mean, it's not bad to have potions and stuff. Yeah, the tech tree is blocked. I kind of forgot about that.
And now the army can move out. Now he can try to kill the expansion down there. And he will always have the
Town is
mass
under
teleport
siege.
to get back.
That's the big thing. Moon's mining has been shut down in a second. He has gold for a backup expo somewhere, but he feels forced into a fight.
And he's going south now because he knows if he goes towards the human main, just going to be mass TP.
Is the damage there fast enough? We have no AoE to prevent mass repair. Bears are arriving. Oh, he's portaling out before this. Doesn't want to lose anything.
Playing it safe, okay.
Yeah, very safe.
Of course, only a single scroll of healing left, and not really any way of getting another one. He could sell the greater mana, but that feels really wrong.
Yeah, I don't like that move. That's 4 Stormbolts.
Honestly, the mana is kind of overkill on the MK with the greater mana and the Sobi.
Sobi,
He could
yeah,
afford to
true.
lose one.
But I
doesn't-
mean, with the potion, he can choose when to get that. With the Sobi Master, you have to wait.
Moon, can you hold here? Is he finally able to take a fight? The Shredder is gone right away. Drunken Aether Fire once again the dispel before the breath hits. Dude, Chaemiko does it over and over. It's unbelievable.
A 6th sense for a dispel against this. Crazy. The bears are falling thanks to the Stormbolts. Finally a target that he can attack. This time he can't dispel, but there is... Oh, also no heal scroll anymore. Chaemiko might be losing a lot of unities down to 37. Is he overcommitting? The bears are all down now. Zeppelin unattacked. Level 6 on the Keeper of the Grove can be shut down by Stormbolt. Here goes the bash again. Stormbolt again. But the step should be ready.
Tranquility.
Can't stop it. It's only 1 second. But yeah, that was a lot of healing. Stormbolt here. Invo potion on the keep was nice. Next
so
breath
much
of fire. The
damage!
AoE. Oh, Moon. He's cleaning house now. But has to be careful for the keeper. Moon Juice is ready. Chaemiko is losing everything but his heroes, basically. Stormbolt arrives. Staff is most likely not ready. Can he follow this up? Oh, the Archmage. Oh boy, the Breath of Fire. There's no way to TP out of this. Chaemiko's losing the first hero and the Brilliance are a GG.
Damn.
Moon with nerves of steel.
Holy.
And loud applause from that crowd, and both players deserve it so much. What a tug of war.
Wow. That was an intense game, man. Amazing to watch these two playing this game, which is so weird. Once again, it's about counterattacks, it's about base races. Moon utterly incapable of taking any kind of fight for so long. Until finally he had enough bears, finally he had enough power.
I thought with the Panda kill and the mass teleport, that was it. Maybe Chaemiko has to stay a little longer in the south and kill the Expo, lose a few units for that. It's so hard to say. Moon has a lot of weapons for him as well, especially the Breath of Fire against this army. If you miss one Dispel on the Drunken Haze, your entire army is burning without heal scrolls, and without income you can't get more heal scrolls. It's basically impossible to fight against. Chaemiko did so well, but in the end Moon was just this tiny step ahead and knew how to prolong this game into a position where he wanted to be, and then he got it, finally. But boy, was he challenged here.
Those Drunken Haze spells were insane, dude. They kept him actually in the game for a long time. Moon must have been like, what the hell are you doing, dude? This is not supposed to get countered. I want my combo.
I was like we were both baffled when he did it once, and then he did it again And again, and again. Like, oh my god. I think we can add that to the list of things Chaemiko can do really well.
Seriously. There's like some of the things he does, he's the best in the world.
Yeah, he's like island knowledge or what it's called. When you're really good at something but lack other stuff heavily. But yeah, he has that in so many things. Blocks, surrounds, dispels. I think also the Clap Stormbolt combo. He's so fast with that.
Yeah. Hopefully that game doesn't leave too much of a negative mark on Chaemiko. It felt like he was kind of in control of that game for a while, but it's not like he threw away a massive advantage. Moon always had the opportunity to win that game with a counterattack possibility. If anything, I think Moon made this game harder for himself than he needed to. After the Panite level 3 at the Merchant Creep, he should have gone for the counterattack right away, but he was a little bit too slow and went for the defense when he didn't have to, when he shouldn't have done it, honestly. Still gets the win though, so all's when that ends well, but that was not a perfect game by Moon.
True, and this trend continues. We've talked about this yesterday in the game against Hunter, where Hunter challenged him way more than the name would suggest, and yeah, this is not the unbeatable Moon from WGL Winter, that is for sure. Question is, will he be able to go into the top 8 via the easy route? But this is absolutely not an easy round. Fighting until the very end is what we've seen in Game 1 and Game 2. Next map is Chaemiko's map. He was challenging him so hard on Moon's own map. And now, one more map for the top 8. Chaemiko, the Marathon Man, went into Game 3 against Fly and prevailed. He goes into Map 3 against Moon, and this is Terrana Stand, where the last game of Chaemiko was decided as well with a fast expansion. Moon Chaemiko 3, we are in for a treat once again. Decision time.
Terrana Stand is expansion map number 1. Night Elves love playing expansions, so do humans. I'm pretty sure there's going to be 2 base versus 2 base once again. Normally Night Elves veto this map because it's so good for human as well. But Moon just likes playing the expansion so much. Moon wants to get his 2 bases, Moon wants to get his high level heroes, and possibly a whole bunch of dryads. So he doesn't mind that this is also a very strong human map. Is this going to be MK first, is the question.
True. This is like a lot of questions early. Warden, Demon Hunter, Keeper, most likely not Keeper, but 50-50 between Warden and DH. Mountain King Archmage, also the question. I'm pretty sure Chaemiko is going Mountain King. I am like 95% sure.
Honestly, should be Keeper. Otherwise, this natural is very hard to creep.
Demon Hunter.
Demon Hunter? You can do that with a Demon Hunter? Really?
Yeah. Archmage.
Whoa. That probably means level 1 expansion, I guess?
Yeah, like immediately. Like he did against Fly, most likely.
Yeah. Can't do that with a Mountain King. With MK, you have to creep Merc Camp first and then move towards the expansion later.
Unexpected openings for both players.
Does he need 2 archers for that? Can you creep that with just 1 archer, 1 demon? I'm amazed. I thought you could only creep that with Keeper. What if there's a footy up there to harass?
Ooh.
Isn't that
There is a footy making
awful?
its way over.
All right. Let's
player's
see
forces
how
are under
this
attack.
works out. Footy getting distracted. I would love to see the Wisp going south now, so the footy doesn't go towards the Expo. All right, there we go. Instant gold mine creep should be instant expansion as well for Chaemiko.
This feels a little like old school TS, not LV Night Elf versus Human. Both are going for expansions as fast as possible. And then hopefully a long worn out tier 3 game. And enough energy for the Demon Hunter again, not what he wants. Claw plus 9 for the Archer is quite good.
Yeah, very nice early on. So the footy now arrives at the expansion creep, but I guess it's a little bit too late here to be very annoying up there. So I guess it's working out. Cost a lot of Wisp repair, but the Demon gets the creep, gets the level 2. With that as well.
But Chaemiko is faster, and with the little green one right over, rising up to level 2.5. Night Elf tech should still be faster, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be a while before Chaemiko starts his. It's gonna be power building. The expansion just setting it up right now. And the Wisp scouts and confirms what he must have been expecting. But why no MK first? Is this? I guess he was expecting the Demon Hunter, maybe? Is that why?
Yeah, I guess so. This was Moon's play on Echo, and they are kind of similar in the way, not how they look, but the way you can play them. Especially with first hero choices. So he's getting kind of the, not really the counter pick, but the
are under attack.
less first pick or something. I don't know.
So, some mercs over here as well for Moon. Shadow Priest especially is going to be a nice help against these water elementals, but goes for the Berserker instead. That's going to help with the creeping, of course. Really good damage on this AM. And the Lumber Mill wall off once again. We saw that before, being very effective.
A little mana burn for 19. Okay. Really wanted to burn it to the ground there. Boots for the Demon Hunter, of course, nice. Chasing is easy. Moon has 2 mercs here, and Chaemiko's not in a position to block. So he can't take that trade, really. What's he accomplishing here?
He got the creeps in the middle, the neutral ones, basically. And the items weren't too bad. But yeah, the tech halfway through already. Pretty sure we're going to see a Panda, right? This is shaping up to be a pretty passive game. 2 base versus 2 base. Slow tech from the human. Seems like Moon should be in a decent position. And I guess with that play, leaving this map in makes sense. If you go MK, which can be strong first, I'm going to have the Demon Hunter. I'm going to have the good answer to this. And it turns out you can creep the gold mine right away with that.
Hunter's Hall, not forgotten about. Tier 2 on the way. Everything shapes up to a long game here.
A player's forces are
Maybe
under
even with
attack.
multiple expansions again. On Echo Out, that wasn't really possible. On Amazonia, usually it's not as well, but Moon did it work. His signature play. That's why he loves Twisted Meadows so much, of course.
Level 3 AM. If he could cancel the expansion, this would be the dream, but Moon is too smart for that. He's splitting his forces, he's scouting things out.
Good map control once again, or good vision in general.
And the one water elemental here already getting taken out. The Demon Hunter will pick up some more experience, probably. Well, the Berserker would be a nice kill. Can he get the footy block? Normally he gets them.
Once he didn't, and this Moonwell position is so helpful.
I like that a lot. Moon has been doing that on TS for so many years.
A player's forces
Moonwell
are
right
under
there,
attack.
next to the little forest. Still helpful.
Is that so?
Yeah, even on 1.28 and stuff.
Huh.
Warden days.
You never told me.
You know, I keep the big reveals for the big tournaments.
So how many footmen will Chaemiko go is kind of a question. How hard will he use his Echo advantage early to help him through the tech disadvantage that he's most likely having? Or is he going into rifles immediately? Blacksmith not ready yet. He's low on lumber as well. Panda second for Moon, arriving on tier 2. Good weapon, of course, against the footmen and rifles alike.
Trader healing, not too bad. Always going to be welcome. How did he see this? How did he see these footies over here? The Wisp was in the middle, getting the Panda, so he wasn't scouting with that Wisp.
Just anticipating it.
Was he just feeling like, you know what? I think you're gonna go to the lab right now. How sick of a blind read would that be?
Because that's a very
A player's
unusual creep
forces
spot
are under
at
attack.
that position. You can go for the shop and be safe. You can go for the merc cam and be rather safe.
It does make sense though, because it's almost daytime and humans love going for the Zeppelin upon daytime. Against Night of Expansions.
Is that so?
That is so.
You never told me.
Shredder now as well is going to have all the lumber in the world, and it's daytime now. Time for the Zeppelin.
Oh, Flute. Flute is insane for rifles and mortars. Will Moon again stay on tier 2 because he loves to dance with the Dryads? Demon Hunter sees this, of course. Army is close by, but not immediately there.
And here you can see the big benefit of going for the natural creep right away. Natural creep into Tree of Life there, and then the Entangled is done before the Zeppelin shenanigans start. But lots of normal damage towards this Tree of Life shouldn't be enough. Pandas close by.
Will force a little reveal, but that's about it. Did that Breath of Fire no damage?
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, it did some damage. It's not that bad on level 1, Neo.
Seriously, it looked like there was no damage at all. TP out now. Nice saves with the Zeppelin. Ooh boy, playing Zeppelin against Moon on TS is of course the sign of bravery.
And there was a bit of nice harass, I guess. Forced the Wisps off of mining time, kept the human, the Night Elf from creeping. And if both players stop creeping, that's good for Chaemiko. He has to wait a while for his MK second anyways. Or is it MK even? Is it Naga? Might be Naga. Should be Naga. I mean, the MK second is never going to get level 6 this game.
Blood Mage! Okay. For Flame Strike then?
Definitely for Siphon.
Yeah, Siphon against the Panda, but Banish? What do you do with Banish without Bolt? You don't need that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can prevent some damage from the Demon and Bears, but there's going to be a lot of Dryads for the spell, so I think it's Flame Strike and then let these Trees of Life burn.
If you get level 3 Blood Mage and you go level 2 Siphon, you can even drain the Demon Hunter entirely, so you don't get burned anymore yourself. But that's really hard to get, and you really want a hero with level 2 Siphon that benefits a lot from being given mana. For the AM, it's decent, but the MK is much better.
Boy, I'm quite excited for this game. Like, how it unfolds, how these players have, like, early game ideas that all kind of work well. This is shaping up to be, once again, a nice game. This is certainly the series of the tournament so far.
A player's forces are under attack.
1-0 in the light was also very entertaining, but this one is bringing us even closer games so far. Chaemiko is going into upkeep. I thought for a moment, okay, perhaps he's going to go tier 3 triple hero. Doesn't look like it. He's going to be up at 70 supply here very soon with his soon-to-be level 2 Blood Mage. And with that, Flame Strike.
Most likely.
Most likely.
Panda is close to level 3, and the Rope of the Magi. Nice inventory also for the Demon Hunter with good right clicks. Wand of the Wind can be really cool. Scroll of the Beast on, well, depends on how many Wisps there are. But Flute plus Scroll, if there's no Dispel, oh, that's gonna hurt.
There should be Blizzard Transition coming in soon.
As well as Flame Strike. Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah. Burn those bears.
And Mortar Teams. For the first time in this series, we see Mortar Teams. Are you right? You're not yet right.
Ironbury
A
Towers.
player's forces are under
Heal
attack.
Scroll, Invul.
He's gonna all-out push, or is he really gonna expand? It feels kind of weird to expand that 80 supply, but at least you're gonna have the forces to defend that expansion.
I think
attempt.
Moon is expanding it in the upper right again, or just building in an Engine of War in anticipation. But first he has to defend at home.
Moon is very late with his production, by the way.
Yeah, 800 gold, 60 supply.
But he's in a good position. He's forcing the attention down south now. And he's like, oh, you got quite the big army there, my friend. And goes into upkeep immediately.
But this delays the push from Chaemiko towards his own army, his own expansion.
Moon has to stick around here in the south, though. He can't allow this army to hit one of his bases here.
Sick timing by Chaemiko. He finally got
Moon
a shredder.
retreats across his own bridge. I think that's a big mistake.
He has only one bear.
A
There's
player's
basically no front
forces
line.
are under attack.
Chaemiko has every weapon he needs.
He could have just swung by the tavern, go across the other bridge, and then go into Chaemiko's main. Once again, I think Moon is playing this too defensively. As he did also on the last map, not going for the counterattack right away.
Chaemiko has double heal scroll now. Moon with the Orb of Venom for some damage boost. There's a lot of range. Also, Sorcerers coming up now. Oh, he's towering this up Chaemiko style.
Way in the back.
Yumiko style, sorry.
Not even on the bridge, like even behind the bridge.
Yeah, very passively.
Only arcane.
But I mean,
no lumber mill.
he can shoot over the forest, over the river, with a mortar, if he has vision, which he should. And then he's fortified. He can just do that and kill the Entangled Bolt Mine, maybe? We'll see. Big blocker line up front. Here's the first Flame Strike. Doesn't do too much on level 1. He's close to level here. That forces the Panda to the front. And whoa, that Siphon lasts forever!
Only level 1 Siphon though, so he didn't get that much mana from it. Barely anything died right there. The Blood Mage is extremely close to the level up. Doesn't quite get it yet though.
A kingdom for Stormbolt now. But alright, Engine of War will be wrecked. Expansion by Chaemiko in the bottom left.
Oh, Chaemiko should really go for tone retraining on the AM. He easily has the goal here. Water elementals, when the armies are so big, don't make that much of a difference, honestly.
But that's exactly what he wanted here. It doesn't hit too much, has to be repaired, but this drains a little mining time.
Players' forces are under attack.
No gold, of course, to repair against this, and I think 4 wisps are enough to repair against the damage. So you just need 4 more wisps, kind of, to deal with this.
First person here in the bottom left. Here, right, here we go. Moon is storming into this, and this is not the greatest position. Chaemiko has no TP. He has to walk out or fight. Nice Wall of the Wind.
Wow.
How fast was this?
Damn! He was waiting for that flame strike. It is a channeling spell, so if it gets disrupted, it doesn't actually come off, despite the sign on the ground. That's too much damage. Too much damage here on Chaemiko. He has to run away, not using the Scroll of Healing yet, but this is Moon once again repelling the opponent and taking out all of these towers.
5 ivories built, or 5 scout towers built, and nothing really done with it. Level up for the Panda, level 4. Moon seems to be in control now. Does Chaemiko have another trick up his sleeve? Moon knows that there's something in the bottom, but it's not an expansion, it's only towers. Is this like the experience of Moon?
It just took a little too long for Chaemiko to get this push going. He started down at his own expansion with the defense, then went to the tavern, then crept the renegade up there, then set up the towers. So much time for Moon to make more and more army.
Yeah, but didn't Moon kind of force that with his movement? Because he was attacking in quotes, Chaemiko's expansion with like 60 supply, which was 20 lower than Chaemiko was, and then he kited back. And
when he was at the expansion, he was actually only at 50 supply with a couple of dryads. With towers, he could have held that by itself, but yeah, it's dangerous. You don't know how much is behind it. But Chaemiko could have still forced the issue. Attack up there sooner, perhaps sacrifice your income at the expansion a little bit and then TP home once you killed the expansion. Whatever. It all was a little bit too slow. Moon's expansion was never really in trouble, aside from that cute water, what's it called, model team attack across the river. And now Moon is feeling very confident, moving into the human main base, in fact, and the fairies take out the Shredder even. Is he going to take this fight?
looks like it. This Flame Strike hit nicely, but once again only level 1, and this Blood Mage finds himself in a bad position in the middle of everything. Oh, Drunken Breath of Fire was nice! Oh boy, that follow-up by the fairies. How much AoE was that? Sick! But countered by a heal spell, of course. Chaemiko TP's out of there.
Damn, these fairies
are under attack.
doing a hell of a job. Not enough piercing damage. He has 1 rifle and 2, I think it was, flying machines. Takes forever to kill him.
Moon seems to be in full control. Second defense upgrade coming for the Breakers. Now he's running into the towers, but shuts them down most likely, easily, giving Chaemiko a little more time to chase, maybe get a kill. Both are lining up to be 80-80. We still don't sing the Song of Ice and Fire.
And
No reason really to have Watermans except scouting.
Players and forces are under attack.
But you can build a gyro for that.
Moon is doing such a good job this game, outmaneuvering Chaemiko. He is just positionally playing this way better than Human now. And he's not going to take that fight because it's not a good fight to take. And he just says sayonara, losing the single bear, that's okay.
And of course he's expanding in the upper right. Chaemiko needs, again, at least one move that brings him back into the game. But I feel Moon is very, very comfortable now with this game.
Yeah, I think so too.
Hero
And
levels in his favor, economy most likely in his favor, upgrades most likely in his favor.
Yeah, 2-2 already. About to be 3-3. They're both already queued. Moon bought so much time for himself.
Chaemiko scouted the upper right. Open battleground here, not ideal for the human. Panda bringing in a lot of damage this game, by the way.
Yeah, only thing that Moon's really missing is a level 5 Panda. Other than that, though, it's looking good. The mana burn for 150 also hurting a lot right there. Again with the Wand of the Wind. How many does he have?
Most likely 3. Not anymore, though. He used them all. Mana burn. So this Blood Mage is so useless now. TP out. Everything starting to get orange. Oh! Breath of Fire kills the Blood Mage. This Panda superior in the battle of Firecasters.
Is a very squishy hero after all, that Blood Mage.
Yeah, that Wand of the Wind caught him off guard again, and then out of position. And
Yeah.
I feel Game 3 Moon is very different from Game 1 and 2. He is just playing a lot better, a lot smarter. Finally, we get Blizzard. And has
Players'
this killer
forces are
instinct
under
again.
attack.
Yeah, and I think his movement especially has been outstanding this game. There was a bit of a scary time for him when he was banking at 50, and a 70 push could have hit him, but it never arrived. It took too long for Chaemiko. Didn't have that deadly push knocking at the expansion quickly enough. And now it's looking really, really tough for the human.
Still 3 heal scrolls, double AoE soon. It's only level 1 Flame Strike.
3-3 bears with roar.
Yep, that's a lot.
Oh baby!
And he's mining from 3 gold mines. Engine of
A
War,
player's
just to
forces
be
are under
safe.
attack.
Moon not
Breakers
taking
have-
any risks. Chaemiko is close to a huge AoE upgrade. Can he somehow single out these bears or dryads? Somehow?
Dryads could die very quickly to the mortar teams, of which we still
Ooh.
have 2 or 3. We actually see it up there, 3.
Chaemiko challenged Moon to a Zeppelin game, and there he got it.
Is he gonna drop the base? The
That
main?
was the play of yesterday.
Perhaps just into the backline, into the casters. But there is 2 flying machines, so he has detection, vision, I should say, above the trees.
A player's forces
Mitch is
are under
back.
attack.
Roar used as well. Not enough Dispel. Let's go. Maybe the final fight of this winner bracket final. Moon or Chaemiko. It's on. TP out immediately to get a better position to hide behind his buildings.
Yeah, needed to. That Zeppelin drop was just too scary. But the bears, they're going to engage into this choke. That would be very unwise, so they're just going to fall back. Perhaps one's going to die, but even that one could be getting saved with the staff, actually. And that also exposes the expansion.
It's not much surface, though, for
Yeah.
bears.
Smart positioning of the farms right there.
Panda is celebrating a barbecue, though. Oh, this is his target.
Panda out of mana. The Arcane Tower here. Draining him
Chaemiko
entirely.
backstabbing a little. Town Portal is on the Panda. Oh, Panda level 5, by the way.
Oh!
Oh, Flame Strike! He sings the song, finally! And how much damage this is! 1 bear, 2 bear, 3 bears, about to die, double level up. This will intensify. Moon is losing a lot. The Demon Hunter, gotta be careful!
Jesus.
TP out with 40. Oh, the balls of Moon, losing another one. I guess it's fair to say Chaemiko's back.
All right, how many bears was this time? I think it looked worse than it was. It was 3 bears, which of course is a lot, but he has 3 bases as well. Moon overextending a little bit again like it was on Echo Isles. The base layout there, the farms, keeping that expansion alive. But the hero survived. Panda is level 5. Demon is level 5.5, by the way.
He can push this now. I mean, it's not only that he has good damage against the bears, he has insane damage against buildings as well, and there's no way Moon can repair.
A player's forces are
Main
under
gold mines dry again for the 3rd time in this series.
But that means Chaemiko kind of has no income.
Yep, again, reminiscent of AZ.
And Moon, if he wants to, once more he can play the counterattack game. Could expand in the corners of the map and could threaten the base.
I guess he wants to end this in style. Oh, there is another expansion coming. He has that gold. Expansion not yet touched. Panda down to 50% mana.
The Blood Mage is really strong here on level 4.
Oh, can he get us around? Demon Hunter has no TP, only a normal portal staff.
He's taking quite a bit of damage
Yeah.
over here.
Not enough though, not yet, but he's out. Ooh, that's... Is the song is sung again? This time he moves over and the Blood Mage, super hurt, has to go into the invul. Not much healing in the absence of a Paladin, of course. Bears are suffering, but not die. This Breath of Fire! Heal scroll number 3 used. Paladin is missing left, right, and center here with the Blood Mage so low. Demon Hunter almost untouched. Panda is looking for a better position.
So much
He's-
AoE damage.
He's
the
dry though.
Blizzard.
He's switching the focus. Demon Hunter so close out. Another healing used on the Blood Mage. TP out by Moon, losing more and more bears. But not just taking damage, not losing them. But floodgates open now to kill the expansion in the upper right.
Actually pretty impressively well taken fight there by Chaemiko. And he's gonna take out this expansion. But that means Moon still has 1 more at the natural and soon to be 1 more in the bottom left.
We're getting into mass teleport territory again, by the way.
Also, the naturals are soon to be dry, especially for Chaemiko.
Yeah.
Blood Mage, he's almost level 5. The Siphon on level 5 is insane. You can drain the Demon Hunter so fast.
And yeah, with that, Metamorphosis is kind of unlikely, and then you can, especially with Mass Teleport, you can dodge that, so that ultimate isn't too great. The thing is, when the Panda gets level 6, then he has constant Cyclone against the Mass Teleport. Ooh, this is exciting times.
Yeah, the level ups here don't matter a lot. But of course, also, the gold income is a big deal. Oh, is he really wasting his level 5 right there? No. Kill it! Alright. Sends the AM away. There we go, level 5. Mantle, okay. But greater healing was used earlier, Invul is gone. It's really hard to micro everything here for Chaemiko.
Yeah.
You have to kite constantly, you have to use the mortar teams, you have to use the spells.
Bears did good damage against the Breakers, so there's only 6 remaining. Needs more, I feel. Depends on the position. Moon is pushing to buy time for the expansion. Where is he?
Zeppelin flying into the towers. I don't think there's anything in there though.
Yeah, no, it's just to get the Demon Hunter out, I guess.
Every bit of experience here is going to be appreciated. Very close to level 6, as we mentioned. Doesn't find any kills. Makes it out. I'm not sure if it's level 3 Siphon. It might be level 3
Me
Flame
neither.
Strike,
Yeah, it looked like level 2 Siphon to me as well.
which I don't think is the right call, but it is a lot of damage, certainly.
These guys, man, they're pushing it to the limit. In all 3 games, so sick.
Alright, give me another 30 plus, guys. How much gold is left in this mine? I assume that it's 12,500 normal, but it might not be. AZ has 20,000, for example. I don't know what the count in the expansion is.
It is Siphon level 2, by the way. Just checked. 30 mana per second.
How did you check?
Wikipedia. And I saw it.
Ah, you show the 30 tick. Okay.
Tension here.
Heal
Every
scrolls.
little misstep could be the end for Chaemiko and Moon in the top 8 alongside 120 and TH.
Oh, Invis Blood Mage. I like that. So, Chaemiko wants to lure him back onto the bridge. Oh, what are you doing there, Blood
A
Mage?
little bit out of position thanks to the Ivory. These fairies, by the way, if they're in range of the priests, they're bye-bye. To the priests.
The town is under siege.
Hey, really doesn't have any answer to the fairies at all.
Nope. He's getting more and more riflemen, I think.
Oh, Blizzard, Flame Strike.
Wasn't too bad. He counters this. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Heal Scroll used immediately.
For those 3 units, really?
Rifle taken out. Here comes again. Flame Strike, Blizzard.
Whoa!
Oh, the damage! The Demon Hunter is taking a lot of damage.
Woo!
And TP out again. Lots of Breath of Fires here too, but it feels like Moon is not losing anything. You mentioned this before. It looks like a lot of damage, and it absolutely is a lot of damage, but is it resulting in a lot of kills? No. Look at the Blood Mage experience. That's all he got. Against buildings, of course, it's phenomenal. Oh, detonating all of them. Okay. We're down to one base. Tree of Eternity walking over, though.
Chaemiko did lose a lot of units.
Yeah.
You can see on the Demon Hunter's experience.
Yeah, close to 6 on both heroes. But the Demon Hunter is taking a beating in every single fight very fast.
Yeah, he's dying to the spell damage. Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
He needs rune bracers, dude.
Oh yeah, just summon them. That's exactly what we need. Night of being able to purchase rune braces. Oh, don't tell that to Matt Morris.
Rune bracers from the shop? Sounds balanced. 100 gold.
Man, seriously, I'm afraid they do this.
Nice flare.
The town is
Sees the
under
Knight of
siege.
Force. Knight of Force in position to defend the expansion. Moon with a 15 supply lead.
Chaemiko's not mining anymore. His natural is dry. Moon is still mining from his one. Tree of Eternity, of course, endures a lot longer than the normal Tree of Light that he just took out. More kills, and that's very closer to 6.
Not much Blizzard at all. The AM is basically
yeah.
out of mana.
Oh, yeah.
He's out of gold
Player's
as well.
forces are under attack.
Natural expired.
Is this gonna be carried by a Blood Mage?
Well, might be the metamorphosis as well. Metamorphosis, there we go. That's how you say that.
Quite a struggle. Here we go. Anti-magic. Nice Breath of Fire. Drunken Haze. Heal Scroll. That was the second last one. Demon Hunter has an invo. Can do a lot of damage. We're so close to level 6 for him. And there's plenty of mana. There's no Siphon Head at level 6. The Superman has arrived. Chaos Splash damage into Caster Army equals top 8? Question mark. It absolutely looks like it. Everything is dropping. He's getting another Flame Strike out, and that is massive. But once more, not getting the kills. Archmage is dropping severely low. Not able to get out of Mass Teleport. We have Earthstorm and Fire from the Panda as well. And this is Cyclone being casted, and this is the Archmage. Dead! All hope lost for Chaemiko. What a fight, what a brawl. But in the end, the world champion prevails after being down a map. A 90-minute series, and Moon, the phenomenon, is again in the top 8 of WGL.
That was a best of 3, ladies and gentlemen. That was beautiful. Chaemiko, with some outstanding plays there. Not exactly flawless, but bringing Moon to the brink. And Moon proving to be much more vulnerable this WGL, but still makes it through in first place of Group B. Makes it into top 8 once again.
That was by far the best series of the tournament here. 90 minutes, awesome battles the entire time, AoE everywhere. This is the beauty of Night Elf versus Human, especially without a Keeper of the Grove. Oh boy, I quite need a break after this because we have one more game for you guys, and this is fueling the Happy hype train. Happy versus Sock coming up, but yeah, what was like? Is it once again the case that the younger player needs a little more experience to make these decisions, to maybe dodge some fights and get in the better position? We've seen this so much this tournament. Like how to play around a situation where you can't fight. That's like a key skill, I feel, for the top players, for the very top players.
Yeah, I agree. Moon there was looking very strong in that regard. Chaemiko, it kind of seemed like he was always in a decent position to fight until the very last engagement, ultra late into the game, where he basically doesn't have the money for heal scrolls anymore, and that's why he loses. In the last game, though, also strategy perhaps a little bit questionable. Not going MK first, okay, he's going for the AM instant expansion. Then you can go for a fast tier 2 push with 70 supply. But then why are you going Blood Mage? Blood Mage needs level 3. If you go for that tier 2 push, why not Naga? Or, I don't know, is there a better choice? Probably Naga is the best.
But with an expansion, do you really want Naga? I don't know. I feel like if you have an expansion, you want a longer game as well, and then you find the time for level 3. It was a little weird by Chaemiko for sure.
Yeah, but he wanted to finish this game if he could, as quickly as possible. Also, like, perhaps his push wasn't even designed to break the expansion, but rather harass with the mortar teams, set up those towers. At one point,
I think that
there were 5 towers coming up. If they're done, there's no way you're breaking that probably anymore. And the tower's there, basically next to the bridge, then perhaps he can expand up there.
Yeah.
And how is gonna Moon get his 3rd base up there then? This is a really weird base triangle then, but it's kind of protected by the towers.
Yeah, and he tried to set them up there twice, like in
Yeah.
the first moment as well. Yeah, that's true.
Maybe that was the idea all along. Maybe this wasn't even supposed to be a KO push. Maybe this was just supposed to be Blood Mage for positional advantage, like towers plus Blizzard plus Flame Strike is insane defense potential.
We had late Blizzard, but the Flame Strike is very good for positioning. Little unlucky there that there was a one of the wind with perfect micro by Moon with that item. Like,
that was so fast.
That was like 0.1 seconds after the Flame Strike was casted that the Blood Mage was up in the air. Just unbelievable.
Yeah, that was really cool. Was looking scary for Moon though. Holy moly. Haven't seen him struggle that hard in WGL for a long time. Chaemiko with an impressive performance. We're going to have a chance to see Moon again on stage here in the winner's interview, where it almost seemed like we were going to see the young human player.
We have an interview up with Moon, by the way, on our YouTube, so there is a little bit of a break coming up very soon, so you can take the time and watch that on youtube.com/backtowarcraft. I hope our friends from Gornland Harbor will translate these interviews here for us on their YouTube channel. We also have interviews with Lin and Cash and Happy. And speaking of Happy, that's going to be the next game. How much hype was there yesterday on basically every single Warcraft outlet around this man?
Yeah, it was really exciting. It was the first time Happy went to WGL, his first match here after basically years of people speculating how good is he really, can he hang with the best in China, or is he just an online phenomenon? And yesterday he answered and he said, I can beat the best with 2-0 because yesterday he took out the best orc in the world with Lin. And now he finds himself in the winner bracket final of Group D, playing up next against Sok, where he's actually considered the favorite as well.
Yeah, for the first time, really, we had dinner with some Chinese scene personas, and I spent when was it? Friday evening with them already, and they were underestimating Happy for sure. They were like, yeah, we're curious to what Happy is showing, and we're like, okay, there's no real hype from them. Are they not sure how Happy is playing, what kind of micro monster he is? And I didn't tell them, of course. And then you saw the Twitch clip, most likely the Chinese audience like bowing to Happy in awe of his micro. And at dinner, they're like, what? How can he micro like that? It's unbelievable. It's better than 1-2-0. By far, by far.
Yeah.
There's certainly some hype. I mean, the Chinese are always exaggerating things. But this time, they're pretty much on the button.
But the hype and the excitement is warranted. In the first place, like, Europe in China was doing very poorly for long. Then Foggy came around, and we kind of forgot about it after Foggy was performing so well over and over. But outside of Foggy, nobody else could replicate it. Now Foggy's not here, but Happy's picking up the torch and doing so for the first time and finally proving himself here. So yeah, we're all excited for this. We saw it yesterday, reflected in the viewer numbers as well. We had so many people tuning in, and I hope you're going to be sticking around as well for Happy's next game. Happy versus Sok. Undead versus Human is coming up in our next best of 3. The last best of 3 of today. We have 3 players already making it to the top 8. Those so far are 1-0, TH and Moon. TH and Moon, the favorites there. In the first game, it was hard to call. Will the favorite once again prevail, or are we going to have the first true upset of this tournament? If Sok makes it through, this would be seriously a big upset.
True that, but never underestimate him, man. He has some special tricks up his sleeve. He was threatening Moon a lot in earlier tournaments this year. H&W Masters, of course, and Ule Cup as well. Moon seems flattered by whatever Snowkiss just said. Oh, I would love to have a translation now.
Must be quite some relief as well. That was an exhausting series. That was more than 1.5 hours.
Yeah, huge smile on his face right now. Just as he had when he won that WGL last December. Of course, he wants to stay there or stand there on the big stage again. He is in the top 8 now, and he will be dodging 1-2-0. He will be dodging TH. He will be dodging Happy or Sok. So he could meet with, let's predict here, a little Loliot or Infi. That would be crazy. From Group B, we have Focus Moon is also always a big match.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna be back with the Happy Hype Train.